rebate and 0% APR for 48 months, 0.9 for 60 months, and only 2.9 for 72 months. And JC, I just checked, and we have over 80 pre-owned on the lot right now ready to move. Most are certified with factory warranty. Cars, trucks, SUVs, we got them.
Just a reminder, we now offer online maintenance appointments, and don't forget our pickup and delivery service. We simply pick the vehicle up at your home or office, bring it here to complete the service, and return the vehicle back to you. Easy like Sunday morning. The presidents know, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on top of the hill across from Applebee's or 40uniontown.com. Must finance supplement or credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry would like to thank everyone who voted them Best Law Firm and Criminal Defense Attorney in the 2023 Best in Fayette contest. The T-Berry Law Office specializes in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. Make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their new website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Hey, maybe it's just time for a new set of dentures. If that's the case, check out Uniontown Dental Associates, located at 7829 National Pike in Uniontown. They can make you new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases can offer same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Just call their office for your appointment today at 724-438-0241 or visit their Facebook page for more information.
This is Charity Grimm-Krupa, State Representative for the 51st District. I want to wish all of our local teams the best of luck in the basketball playoffs. I also want to invite you to our Hard to Read license plate event on Saturday, March 9th from 10 to 2 at Fayette Recycling on Romeo Lane in Uniontown. If your license plate is unreadable, we can help you fill out the paperwork for a free replacement. I will also be holding a free shredding event at Fayette Recycling on Friday, April 26th from 11 to 2. I hope to see you there.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
From chips and cracks to splits and shatters, if you need new glass, Fay West Glass Company is the one to call. Fay West Glass has served Fayette and Greene counties for over 25 years and specializes in residential glass installations and replacements, plus commercial and industrial glass. So when that window's busted or that sliding door shattered and you can't wait, Fay West is available. 724-439-8600. That's 724-439-8600. Proudly local and veteran-owned, Fay West Glass will earn your business.
Ryan Morozek back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Again, a big night of high school basketball action here on WMBS with the Laurel Highlands girls stepping off at 6 o'clock against Blackhawk in a WPIAL semifinal round game at Peters Township High School. Also at 7 tonight, the Uniontown Red Raiders taking on Avonworth in a PIAA play-in game in boys 4A. Again, the entire Laurel Highlands Blackhawk game on the radio. We'll have the entire Uniontown Avonworth game on the WMBS Facebook page. We'll join that on the radio after the Mustangs and the Cougars wrap things up. If you missed it last Friday night, the Laurel Highlands girls in action on the road at Highlands in the quarterfinal round. Nick Barczyk has a recap of that game for you.
The Lady Mustangs of Laurel Highlands trying to get to the semifinals of the WPIAL playoffs for the first time since the late 90s, taking on the Highlands Golden Rams. It was tied after one quarter at 8. And then in the second, Laurel Highlands showed their muscle when Taylor Irwin hit a big three to put the Lady Mustangs up 5.
Mustangs up 2 with the basketball back. Here's Harris up top. The far wing now to Jenkins. Jenkins had a big second half against Quaker Valley after she was quiet early on. Has it again here. Pulls it over to Irwin looking for another three, and she has it. Taylor Irwin, her second made three of the game. She has 6, pacing the way for the Lady Mustangs, who now lead by 5 at 15-10 as we go under 5 minutes left here in the second quarter.
At halftime, the Lady Mustangs were up 7 at 22-15. Then the third quarter was all Highlands. They scored all the points. That's right, no points at all for the LH Lady Mustangs in the third. Highlands took control of the game at that point, but not really. LH was still up after 1 after scoring no points at all in that third. They were up 22-21. Another big three by Irwin to start the fourth got the Lady Mustangs off the schneid.
Near side over to Irwin. Now Harris again. I'd attack right now. Sumter over to Irwin. 3 on the way. It's a line drive, but it's good. 4 made threes in this game for Taylor Irwin, snapping the 9-0 Highlands run. Laurel Highlands goes back up by 4 at 25-21. Here's the 7:25 mark of the fourth.
The Mustangs maintained their lead throughout the fourth quarter, and this shot by Iaria Jenkins put the Lady Mustangs up 8 with 52 seconds to go in the fourth. It was a heck of a shot, our play of the game.
Into the forecourt, Harris over to Irwin. You really don't have to shoot right now if you're Laurel Highlands, unless you get a wide open shot. And they're going to take it here with Jenkins, who is knocked down three and hit the shot in the process. An opportunity for a 4-point play. What a shot from Jenkins.
The officials actually would initially give Jenkins a 2-pointer. She would miss the foul shot. They correctly awarded her the 3 a few minutes later, and the final score was a Lady Mustang dozen-point victory as Laurel Highlands beats Highlands 45-33. The Lady Mustangs in the semis of the WPIAL playoffs for the first time since 1998, and also clinching a state playoff berth. Congratulations to head coach Stu Davis and the Lady Mustangs. Their leading scorer on the night was Taylor Irwin with 12. Nick Barczyk, WMBS.
Thanks a lot, Nick, and we'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach Stuart Davis when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a veterans organization located in Fayette County since 1950. They are proud to advertise on WMBS sports programs and to contribute to the Veterans Hospital, local sports teams, and scouting organizations. The Catholic War Veterans will be holding a veterans breakfast coming up on May 18th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Veterans, police, first responders are invited to attend at no cost. A guest goodwill donation will be accepted. Best of luck to all of our local teams from the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peachin Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peachin Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peachin Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peachin Pharmacy. Your local pharmacy.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Brian Morozak back here again on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Again, coverage of Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk girls 4A semifinal round action in Uniontown and Avonworth boys 4A WPIAL consolation round action. Actually, a PIAA play-in game for both Uniontown and Avonworth, determining playoff positioning in these state playoffs. Being joined now by Laurel Highlands head coach Stuart Davis. And Stu, what a huge win for your program last Friday over Highlands. Talk about what that win means to the Laurel Highlands basketball program and the Mustang community.
That's a huge win for the program.
huge win for the community. The girls actually played their hearts out, man. I just want like to keep it going. I mean, it was a good thing, tight game, but it showed growth in their style of play and how they play.
I've been doing basketball for a good number of years, and I've never seen a situation where a team was shut out in a quarter, still had the lead at the end of that quarter, and ended up winning the game by 12.
Yeah, they closed us out in the third quarter. We weathered the storm, and I pretty much told them when we came in at the end of the third, we weathered the storm, and we just got to keep fighting. It's going to be a war fourth quarter. They went out there and they put 23 up in the fourth, man, which was surprising, but they did that, and they overcame the adversity of the third quarter and didn't look back at it, didn't let it get them down. They kept fighting.
Well, the good news was your defense played solid the entire night, even though you got shut out in the third. I think you only gave up 6 points.
Yeah, so defense, we take pride in it. We really take pride in defense. The team takes pride in it. And like I said earlier, the sports figure, she sets the tone, man. She sets the tone, and everyone follows suit after that.
I agree totally, and it's you go back to that first-round playoff game against Quaker Valley. Obviously, Sumter and Jenkins, they had good games point-wise, and then you end up going to the game at Highlands, and it was Schwartzfeger that stepped up. And how about Taylor Irwin? Really hit some big shots for you in that game as well.
Oh man, she's a catch and shoot, man. She's a catch and shoot girl. If you leave her open, you give her time to get her feet together, man. It's 9 times out of 10 it's going to go in. It's going to go in. She's a shooter.
And now you end up progressing now into the semifinals for the first time since 1998. You have an opportunity. You've qualified for the state playoffs. The Laurel Highlands girls basketball team, they've never won a state playoff game in school history. Taking on now in the semifinals a very good Blackhawk team, #1 seed up at Peters Township. Your thoughts on the matchup?
It's going to be an interesting game. Just watching film on Blackhawk, they press on makes, they press on misses. They get after it, man. They get after it, and they're a complete team. They work well together. Obviously, they're a program. They've been to the dance before. I mean, this is nothing new for them. It's for the coach either. So it's how my girls are going to act to the big stage. Are they going to be overwhelmed, or are they going to take on my demeanor and say we're going to go ahead and stand on business? And that. All season long, that's what they've been doing, standing on business. They took on my demeanor, my personality. But just looking at Blackhawk, if we can handle the pressure, from Blackhawk and be able to get into a half-court, game, we'll be fine. But if we let them rattle us and, turn us over, then it's their pace of the game. So, obviously, we want to control the pace.
And how much do you look back at some of those Elizabeth Forward games from earlier on this year as maybe some learning tools and things you can pick up from what went wrong in those type of games, maybe apply that towards Blackhawk, and also by the same time make sure that you don't get worn down too much because obviously you don't have a lot of depth, especially compared to some of these other teams that you've been playing in the postseason.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is staying out of foul trouble. And we did, ever since the last loss against EF, the team has grown, you can see it. They've grown a lot. There's things that we worked on in practice that, that we saw, that caused us some problems during that game. And, we try to work on it and make it a strength for us. And it's worked out for us so far.
Well, Stu, again, appreciate your time. Best of luck against Blackhawk and the Laurel Highlands girls. They've never played in a WPIAL championship game. You have an opportunity to get them there on Tuesday night.
Wishful thinking, man. I want it to happen. The girls want it to happen. So we're definitely going to give it our all.
Thanks again, Coach. We know you will. Take care.
All right, you too.
See you. Thanks. That's Laurel Highlands head coach Stuart Davis. Again, the Lady Mustangs battling Blackhawk tonight. Tip-off at 6 o'clock with Josh Scully and Tony Hinola bringing you all the action here on WMBS. We'll talk next about the Uniontown boys basketball team. They have a 7 o'clock game with Avonworth tonight. It's a PIAA play-in game. You can watch the full game on the WMBS Facebook page. We'll join it in progress on the radio after Laurel Highlands and Coach K's next here on WMBS.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning extends his best wishes to the Uniontown Red Raiders and Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs in the WPIAL playoffs. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork. It is a result of the hard work of the players and coaches and the support of their families. Good luck to the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs from District Judge Nathan Henning, who is proud to support you. The Laurel Highlands girls basketball boosters would like to wish head coach Stuart Davis and the Lady Mustangs the best of luck in the playoffs. The Laurel Highlands girls basketball boosters works year-round to fund the girls basketball program. The funds collected by the boosters help support trips and banquets held for the basketball team. To find out how you could help, contact Becky Irwin. A special thank you to all of the businesses and individuals that have donated to the boosters over the years. Go Lady Mustangs!
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere, it's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Chiropractic Studio is the new chiropractic office in town. Located inside Spin Unlimited, just behind the Texas Roadhouse, Dr. Stephen Lint and Dr. Brooke Sova are well-versed in the latest chiropractic and soft tissue techniques to help you get out of pain and functioning at your best. Call 724-912-6505 or go online at www.brewstonwellness.com for more information or to schedule your appointment.
This is Charity Grim-Krupa, State Representative for the 51st District. I want to wish all of our local teams the best of luck in the basketball playoffs. I also want to invite you to our Hard to Read license plate event on Saturday, March 9th from 10 to 2 at Fayette Recycling on Romeo Lane in Uniontown. If your license plate is unreadable, we can help you fill out the paperwork for a free replacement. I will also be holding a free shredding event at Fayette Recycling on Friday, April 26th from 11 to 2. I hope to see you there.
Brian Morozek back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. The Uniontown Red Raiders will play later on tonight, taking on Avonworth at 7 o'clock. Again, you can watch the full game on the WMBS Facebook page. We'll join in progress here on the radio after the Laurel Highlands Blackhawk girls 4A semifinal round game, being joined by Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski. And Rob, your Red Raiders really put up a battle in that WPIAL semifinal on Saturday against Lincoln Park up at Peters Township High School. Fortunately, some calls didn't go your way. You were within 3 in the final minute, but just unable to take the lead there down the stretch.
Yes, I'm watching the game. It was a 3-point game with 53 seconds to go. Couldn't be more proud of our players. It wasn't just a playoff atmosphere. It was a championship game atmosphere. Our kids deserve all the credit, and Lincoln Park was very respectful after the game. Their coach, in fact, their coach said that this game should have been Thursday for the championship. So that makes you feel good. But unfortunately, we did lose the game. But now we set our sights for the state playoffs, and our kids proved that they can play with the defending state champions. And last time they beat us pretty good to go to Hershey, and now we're starting up. But for our players to be back in this situation after winning 23 games and getting one from Hershey, it's not easy to do what they've done. going back to the Quaker Valley game. It wasn't an easy win there. So our kids very excited, and I'm sure we were very down. Like the kids wanted to get there, and they made me proud as you can be, even if we would have gotten there, because they're just great kids. When the game's over Saturday, we get home, you see most of our players out at Penn State Fayette watching my son's team and watching all our Uniontown teams in the Penn State tournament. So very proud of them. They're hurting. Tori and Calvin were with me Saturday. They were hurting, and Jameer, they were hurting, but all our kids are hurting. All 13 of our varsity kids are hurt over it. But the way up from Dr. Macheski to our administration to Mr. Kaufman and to all our wonderful fans, you couldn't be more. They couldn't be more supportive.
Yeah, you look at how close you were, and you obviously had some calls there that didn't go your way throughout the course of the contest. A couple of turnovers, missed free throws. You move some of that stuff around, and it ends up going in your direction. You could have easily been a winner on Saturday.
Yes, very easily. Things you can look back on that. You can sometimes a tip ball doesn't go your way, a call doesn't go your way, or missed foul shot, and the same to them too. Some out of bounds balls we thought we had a chance at, but again, no excuses. We didn't do enough to win, but the effort was there to win. So that's what, as a coach, it's all you can ask for. But again, we could really play them in the second round, from what Mr. Kaufman said, Coach Kaufman said. So. We have to win, though. That's the thing. We have a very important game against Avonworth, and then we'll get a couple of days off, because if you look at this, we've had a great season again, on back-to-back 20-win seasons on a 22-game schedule. Shows your players are going well. This will be our 12th playoff game in 2 years. Just amazing to me.
Well, more with Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski in just a moment when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
We give them a 172 multi-point inspection by Ford certified techs. Then you give them a new home. Hi, I'm Chuck Smith, General Manager here at Megan Ford, and I'm talking about our Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Go see our great selection of values on our website. Check out the free Carfax reports and stop in and take a test drive.
Hi, I'm Kevin Fike from Markleysburg. I've been selling Fords in the area for nearly 40 years, and all of our gold certified vehicles come with a 1-year, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. I've never seen a pre-owned sales program that gives you so much peace of mind.
Call us today at 724-628-2720 or visit MeganFord.com. Route 119, Connellsville, near Sheetz. Megan Ford, your friends in the car and truck business.
I'm Bill Martin, and along with my partner Tripp Radcliffe and Rob Harper are attorneys at Radcliffe Martin Law. Our primary focus at Radcliffe Martin Law is representing people hurt in accidents. However, we handle workers' compensation claims, estate planning, real estate matters, and class actions. Radcliffe Martin Law is your hometown firm that offers conveniences not possible with Pittsburgh firms and provides better service than those firms. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. 724-439-3939.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibrations after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacement, and their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features in order to keep their occupants safe. That is the reason Target Safety Solutions was originated. The new state-of-the-art facility at Target Safety Solutions is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick and Mike are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at 724-550-4403. That's 724-550-4403 for Target Safety Solutions, located at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor
service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, Good Neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Emidar Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel safely to school in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Emidar Transit is a proud sponsor of the Laurel Highlands basketball team and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Emidar Transit, call 724-439-3164. 724-439-3164, or stop by their Uniontown office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue.
Brian Morozak back again on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Again, we have girls 4A semifinal round action coming your way at the top of the hour. 6 o'clock tip for Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk. The Uniontown Avonworth game, that's boys 4A. PIAA play-in action, tipping at 7, the full Uniontown Avonworth game on the WMBS Facebook page, the full Laurel Highlands Blackhawk game, audio only on the radio, and we'll also have an audio stream on Facebook as well. And Rob, Avonworth coming to town tonight, and you look at this play-in game, then you look at the state bracket. In theory, things might actually be easier for your Red Raiders in the state playoffs if you lose this game. Yes, you'll have to start the state playoffs on the road, but you'll take on a District 9 opponent, and since the PIAA went to 6 classifications about 8 years ago, a 4A District 9 team has never knocked off a WPIAL team in the first round of the playoffs, and also would avoid your Red Raiders meeting the WPIAL champs, possibly Lincoln Park again, until the Elite 8, instead of having to play them in the Sweet 16.
Yes, that's true, but also when you're playing, every game's important in high school, you know, and you make a valid point there. But we definitely want to beat Avonworth, and to be honest with you, we really would love to play Lincoln Park again. I feel that'd be another great opportunity. But you do make a lot of points. Sometimes it is better to be the lower seeds. I mean, we may have been the 6th seed last year and have an easier road than us being the 3rd. But again, this is high school sports. You make, like I said, we're going to play all our players. We're going to go out and play. And back to the game. After the game, we're going to get a few days off, and our kids play really well, and we have been hit pretty hard with injuries this year. Cadron, we weren't even sure if he was going to play Saturday, and I thought he did a really good job. And going into March 8th, we want to be completely healthy and determined to play. And again, both sides of that, but we do want to win against Avonworth, and we would love to play Lincoln Park again. And I'd say it's probably be at Peters Township again. So, but you can't worry about Lincoln Park. You have to play the games in front of you.
Well, you look at this Avonworth team, obviously led by Rowan Carmichael, a terrific player, and you go look back at that Hampton game against Avonworth from Saturday, they did a pretty good job of shutting him down.
Yes, but if you look at him, he's capable of scoring 30 or 35 points, whatever he is. He's a Division II recruit. He's a good player. We played him last year. But they also have, everybody says, I'll just play a box and one of them like Hampton did. Well, in that game, some of their really good players missed a lot of shots. And if you look, we've probably watched 7 or 8 of the games so far. If you watch them, they have some other players that are capable. Zero inside's a very big kid, but their guards are really good, and they shoot the ball. 21 is a very good basketball player, too. So they have a good team. We're pretty familiar with them. I'm sure they're familiar with us. And, again, no, we have to match the intensity. It is a different game. This is the first time that in a while that the game may look like it doesn't have meaning, but it's also because both of us already qualified, but for seeding purposes, it's important, but just for us to keep playing and winning, it's important for us too. So,
Rob, again, appreciate your time. Best of luck against Avonworth tomorrow night. We'll see you out there.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
That's Uniontown head coach Rob Kaczmarski. Again, the Red Raiders will take on the Antelopes of Avonworth coming up at 7 o'clock tonight. Again, the full game on the WMBS Facebook page with video tonight. And again, we'll join it in progress on the radio after the Laurel Highlands Blackhawk game. Stay tuned. More ahead on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show in just a moment. Chris Parker Jr., what's going on for February at Auto Land Hyundai?
Well, this year's leap year, there's President's Day, and don't forget Valentine's Day. Interest rates have been high, but you'll love this. 0% financing available on 2024 Tucson's and new 2023 Santa Fe, or up to $9,000 savings off select all-wheel drive Santa Fe. And here's another sweetheart of a deal. Lease a 2024 Elantra SC for only $199 per month. Just see us for details.
What else do you have going on?
Well, President's Day reminds us of great leadership. Just as Hyundai leads the way by offering Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain protection. And leap year is an extra day. So with Hyundai's sales event cash, you'll save an extra $1,000 on all new remaining 2023 Hyundai.
Plus 3-year, 36,000-mile free complimentary maintenance. Visit their website, AutolandHyundai.com, or stop by their location, 25 East Fayette Street in Uniontown.
And remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
Are your dentures cracked, loose, broken, or missing a tooth? Hey, maybe it's just time for a new set of dentures. If that's the case, check out Uniontown Dental Associates, located at 7829 National Pike in Uniontown. They can make you new dentures faster than other offices, and in most cases can offer same-day denture repairs. They also offer teeth whitening, clear braces, and single-visit crowns. Just call their office for your appointment today at 724-438-0241 or visit their Facebook page for more information.
On the go? No time to stop? That's when you'll love Peach & Pharmacy's curbside pickup at Peach & Market in downtown Connellsville. Next time you have a prescription to get, let Peach & Pharmacy make it easy for you. Call ahead at 724-626-9600 or send a message. Let friendly curbside pickup keep you right where you want to be, in the driver's seat.
Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pick up and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning extends his best wishes to the Uniontown Red Raiders and Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs in the WPIAL playoffs. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork. It is a result of the hard work of the players and coaches and the support of their families. Good luck to the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs from District Judge Nathan Henning, who is proud to support you.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry would like to thank everyone who voted them best law firm and criminal defense attorney in the 2023 Best in Fayette contest. The T-Berry Law Office specializes in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. Make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their new website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results. Ryan Morozak back here in the Sprowls Insurance Group pregame show. Again, a big night of high school basketball action starting at 6 o'clock with the Laurel Highlands girls taking on Blackhawk in a WPIAL 4A semifinal round game at Peters Township. That game on the radio only. We'll also have an audio stream on the WMBS Facebook page. And coming up at 7 o'clock, we'll start it on Facebook Live with video coverage of Uniontown taking on Avonworth. We'll join that game in progress on the radio once the Laurel Highlands game wraps up as well. Again, the Red Raiders came close in their last game in the WPIAL semifinals at Peters Township High School against Lincoln Park. Nick Barczyk has a recap of the Red Raiders and the Leopards from Saturday.
At Peters Township Saturday, Uniontown was looking to advance to the WPIAL boys 4A final, taking on the Lincoln Park Leopards. The Leopards led by 4 after 1, 19-15. The Red Raiders went on a good run, though, cut the deficit down to 3 late in the second quarter. But before you know it, Lincoln Park was back up 10 at the break, 41-31. The Red Raiders with 15 in the first, 16 in the second, while the Leopards had 19 in the first and 21 in the second. Torrey Grooms had a good afternoon. He hit a three-pointer in the third quarter that cut the deficit down.
Smart play by Grooms. He was thinking about the three, but he had a guy close to him, and he figured, okay, maybe take a little better look like that one.
And it's good for Torrey Grooms. You called it, Steve. Second made, 3 of the quarter for Torrey Grooms. He has 14, and Uniontown again making this a one-possession game, down 3 at 49-46. The Red Raiders were down 10 at halftime, now trail by only 3.
The Red Raiders will not go away at the 3:39 mark in the third. It was a 1-point Lincoln Park lead at 49-48. The Red Raiders outscored Lincoln Park by 8 in the third. They were up 2. The Leopards were 55-53 after 3. Lincoln Park, though, with their talent and some questionable officiating, led to them not relinquishing the lead for the rest of the game. But this Jameer Braxton bucket made it a 3-point game with 2:15 to go in regulation.
McLee out in front, spinning it off to Hager. Back to Cadrian here on the far wing.
They had the ball a foot from the basket. Nobody wanted to shoot it.
Braxton in traffic. They're going to give him the and one.
That worked out pretty good.
So.
Braxton was big down the stretch for the Red Raiders, keeping them in the game, converting on that 3-point play with 2:15 to go in regulation to make it 64-61. He had a jumper then to make it 66-63 with 1:43 remaining. Braxton's field goal, though, there the final points, with the Leopards converting 4 of 6 of their foul shots down the stretch and a few buckets from the field to go on to win 74-63, an 11-point win for Lincoln Park. But that was not the way the game felt, an 11-point game. The Raiders fought until the end as Braxton finishes with 28, Grooms with 17 for the Red Raiders as they get ready for their playoff game, their state playoff play-in game with Avonworth this evening. Hampton awaits Lincoln Park in the WPIAL final on Thursday. Nick Barczyk, WMBS.
Thanks a lot, Nick. And again, you could watch the start of the Uniontown-Avonworth game from tonight on the WMBS Facebook page. We'll join it in progress on the radio after Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk. And stay tuned. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off for Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. Laurel Highlands taking on Blackhawk with Josh Scully and Tony Hanola. It comes your way next. You're on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show on WMBS.
Go to 40 Uniontown and trade me in.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President's Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Dominic, let's kick this President's Sale up a few notches.
John, listen to this. We are taking up to $7,000 off 23 F-150s. Or get this, 1.9 financing up to 72 months, and that's on all models, XLs, XLTs, Larrys, and more. Sale excludes Tremors and Raptors. By the way, all 24 Edges we are taking up to $3,000 off with $1,000 in rebate and 0% APR for 48 months, 0.9 for 60 months, and only 2.9 for 72 months. And JC, I just checked, and we have over 80 pre-owned on the lot right now ready to move. Most are certified with factory warranty. Cars, trucks, SUVs, we got them.
Just a reminder, we now offer online maintenance appointments, and don't forget our pickup and delivery service. We simply pick the vehicle up at your home or office, bring it here to complete the service, and return the vehicle back to you. Easy like Sunday morning. The presidents know, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on top of the hill across from Applebee's or 40uniontown.com. Must finance with limited credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
This is Charity Grimm-Krupa, State Representative for the 51st District. I want to wish all of our local teams the best of luck in the basketball playoffs. I also want to invite you to our Hard to Read license plate event on Saturday, March 9th from 10 to 2 at Fayette Recycling on Romeo Lane in Uniontown. If your license plate is unreadable, we can help you fill out the paperwork for a free replacement. I will also be holding a free shredding event at Fayette Recycling on Friday, April 26th from 11 to 2. I hope to see you
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports teams and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Casey Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned by the Vernon family, wants you to know they have new evening hours. And those new hours are 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the weekends. Come to Casey Sports Cafe and check out their new menu ideas and entrees. Casey's can also cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Welcome to AHN Arena here at Peters Township High School for WPIAL Class 4A girls basketball. It's the semifinals as the Blackhawk Cougars prepare to square off against the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Hello again, and thank you for joining us here on 590 AM WMBS. This is Joshua Scully alongside Tony Hanula tonight, and we are going to bring you now the pregame show, which is brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game and are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Tony, one fact remains true for this Laurel Highlands Mustang team, who have done a really impressive feat so far to this point in the playoffs. They've set some records for their program history. They're on the cusp of doing more, but they have not lost to a team not called the Elizabeth Ford Lady Warriors.
Well, and we're hoping that continues here tonight, Josh, and that's what I've been telling the fans. It'd be a whole lot nicer to do a game Saturday afternoon, which means they would be in the championship game rather than doing a game Thursday night, which would be a consolation game. So we're hoping that we get to work then. But you're right. This is a team that, basically came from 1-19 2 years ago, and now they're in the WPIAL semifinals. So you really got to give second-year coach Stu Davis a lot of credit. He's really brought this program along, actually won 11 games last year, and now this year has picked up 20 wins so far. So it's one of those things where they've just been extremely impressive. And, I would expect kind of a low-scoring game here tonight as well, because you got to figure you got the top two defensive teams in the WPIAL girls-wise, in Blackhawk being number one and Laurel Highlands being number two.
And there's no doubt, too, Tony, the Lady Cougars have had a lot of success this season, and this is some success that they're accustomed to. This is a decorated program coming down from Beaver County, Beaver Falls area. In fact, Blackhawk actually has a small area of their district also in Lawrence County, but they're making the trip down here to Peters Township High School tonight, and they come with a lot of accolades on their side. They've had a tremendous season, only 2 losses themselves, and those 2 losses were a long time ago, Tony.
Exactly. They won 15 straight coming into this game, and you're right, Josh. I mean, we were given a lot of information beforehand from the Blackhawk coach, but, 4 PIA championships for the school, 8 WPIAL championships, and 21 section titles. I mean, it's something that's kind of unheard of right now. But, they've got a fantastic program. And like I said, here's Laurel Highlands that only won 5 games in 3 years, lost in the first round of the playoffs last year, but now they're ready to go into the semifinals and hoping to, get their spot in that championship game on Saturday.
The Lady Mustangs certainly are ready to play tonight. They are going to be wearing their blue and red uniform. White number will be working right to left. Will be working left to right. My apology. Once we get this one underway, as we describe it, the Blackhawk Cougars are wearing their home white uniform tonight, gray and gold trim, green number, and they will be working right to left. Tony, one other element of this game that has created a lot of buzz, which you shared with me, and I did not know this prior to us meeting here this evening, the number of players off of this Blackhawk Lady Cougars team who are already committed to college programs.
Yeah, they've got a couple ladies already committed to Penn State Beaver, and actually their leading scorer, Alina Fassetti, is actually committed to Mercyhurst. So, have already got some accolades, and they have a couple seniors, both of the Romai twins. They also have a shot to maybe play basketball or even soccer in college. So they've got some athletes on this team. And, another nugget that we looked at, too, was, all 5 of their starters are 5'10" or larger. So that could be a factor, too, in this game for Laurel Highlands. But tell you what, the defense of the Mustangs has really carried them so far in this playoffs, especially, you limited Quaker Valley to 25 points, and then you had 33 against the Highlands Rams the other night. And I'll tell you what, that was a good team, too, and they shut them down, especially in the second half.
The Lady Mustangs getting the big game for Maya Harris against Quaker Valley, and then using more of a balanced approach against that Highlands team. But, Tony, a lot of people thought Laurel Highlands should have actually been that 4 seed, and then it was given to Highlands, and there was some disgruntled fans back in Mustang country, so to speak. But the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs have proven they belong in this Final Four, and if you would move the Lady Mustangs into that 4 seed, that's exactly who you would have left, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. And yeah, at this point, like I said, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. But the thing about the Mustangs was, we talked to a lot of people throughout the last couple games, and it was one of those things where they looked at their strength of schedule, which was not as good as Highlands, but obviously they proved everybody wrong on Friday night.
The starting lineups tonight are being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name, but the same team providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities. Wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams. And, Tony, you have the starting lineups for us this evening.
Yeah, we'll go over these real quick for the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs, who come in as the number 5 seed, 20-2 overall, 10-2 in Section 3-4A play. Their head coach, Stu Davis, in his second year. Assistant coach Ryan Swartfager, Mike Irwin, and John Robinson. And you know what? We're probably going to have to break for the national anthem here, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll go back to the studio, get a couple of ads in, and we'll be right back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off right after these messages.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, Attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call Attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200. That's 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pick up and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Fallen in love with a house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within 1 business day. Then save the date for a move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. They'll answer your questions and get you started on your next home project. Conveniently located at 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. For more information, call 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page. Zen's Construction Warehouse, their surplus is your savings.
The Laurel Highlands girls basketball boosters would like to wish head coach Stuart Davis and the Lady Mustangs the best of luck in the playoffs. The Laurel Highlands girls basketball boosters works year-round to fund the girls basketball program. The funds collected by the boosters help support trips and banquets held for the basketball team. To find out how you could help, contact Becky Irwin. A special thank you to all of the businesses and individuals that have donated to the boosters over the years. Go Lady Mustangs!
Welcome back to Peters Township High School here on 590 WMBS. Tony, you were just beginning to share the starting lineups brought to us by SWGI specialists before we had to go to break.
All right, and let's go. We'll give these out real quick before the opening tip. For the Laurel Highlands Phillies, as we said, Stu Davis in his second year, Ryan Schwartzfager, Mike Irwin, and John Robinson as assistants. Their starters tonight will be number 1, Maya Harris, a 5'4" junior guard. Number 2, Ayera Jenkins, a 6-foot sophomore forward. Number 5, Taylor Schwartzfager, a 5'9" freshman guard. Number 11, Ariana Sumter, a 5'11" junior forward. And number 15, Taylor Irwin, a 5'10" sophomore guard. On the other side for the Blackhawk Cougars, coming in 21-2, their starters 5, Andrea Kinger. Number 11, Elena Fassetti. Number 20, Aubrey Hupp. Number 25, Haley Romai. And number 30, Piper Romai.
Thank you very much, Tony. The opening jump goes to the Lady Cougars, and we have on our wing Haley Romai trying to go across the paint. Ball nearly poked away by Taylor Schwartzfager, and this is going to be over and back, Tony. The Lady Mustangs getting a nice call there from the far sideline official.
And again, defense steps up. Good job by Schwartzfager. And as we said, she really shut down Caitlin Myers the other night for Highlands. Caitlin had 3 threes in the first half, and she held her scoreless in the second half, and that was really the difference in the game.
Ball comes in here to Jenkins, and then right back to Harris. Harris across the timeline on our wing. Goes top of the key to Jenkins. Inside look to Ariana Sumter, who pops it out to Taylor Irwin for the deep three, and it's down, Tony. The Lady Mustangs are in front 3-0 here to get this one started.
Irwin picks up right where she left off.
Good strong rebound inside by number 25, Haley Romai, on a miss from the Lady Cougars, and the Lady Cougars now resetting themselves. Kinger going to move it inside, and the ball's taken away by Jenkins. Moved ahead to Schwartzfager. Schwartzfager is now cut off by Kinger. She's going to hand it off to Harris. Harris drives it toward the baseline, brings it back to our sideline. Harris, of course, the big game against Quaker Valley, and an excellent shooter for this Lady Mustangs team. She goes up top to Schwartzfager. Schwartzfager, top of the key, moves it to our wing to Jenkins. Jenkins over top to Sumter. Sumter gets caught up here, and this one is going to go against the Lady Cougars.
And that's going to be on Haley Romai, and she's going to pick up her first. I'll tell you what, she was trying to front Sumter defensively, doing a pretty good job, but I kind of thought she might have got away with a foul earlier. But she's going to pick up her first here.
Ball comes into Jenkins, top of the key, look to Harris on the three, no good. And the rebound is going to go to number 25, Haley Romai. And Romai loses control of the basketball as she tries to outlet to number 11, Alina Fassetti. And this is Lady Mustangs basketball off the baseline. Tony, another nice break for the Lady Mustangs here.
Yeah, so 2 quick turnovers by the Blackhawk Cougars.
Ball comes in here to Sumter, poked away, and now the Lady Cougars had a quick break there, but the Lady Mustangs recovered nicely and stopped Fassetti from advancing the ball. They're going to move it back up top now to Kinger. Kinger our way to Romai, and looked into the corner to her sister, the other Romai. That's Piper Romai. Now back to Haley Romai. Inside look here, nearly taken away by Jenkins. Good stop by Jenkins on Kinger's look off the block. They move it back outside now to Fassetti. Fassetti is their leading scorer. She's got 353 points on the season. Misses the inside look here on the layup. And now we're going to have a travel on the rebound. And nicely done there by the Lady Mustangs, giving nothing inside to Piper Romai. She came down with the ball and backpedaled, and it's Lady Mustangs basketball. Harris into Schwartzfager. Schwartzfager going to go right back to Harris. Harris, 24 points against Quaker Valley has been a point guard, really, Tony, I think for all of her life. She learned how to walk and then became a point guard probably before the age of 3. And here she's going to be driven out of bounds. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Lady Cougars, and it's going to stay with the Lady Mustangs here. Harris comes into Swartfager. Swartfager high post now to Jenkins. Jenkins to Irwin on our sideline. Irwin brings it back out to Jenkins. Jenkins operating way outside near the Lady Blackhawk bench, and now she's going to go inside to Sumter. Sumter pops this one out to Harris, and Harris going to bring it all the way back to the Peters Township logo near the timeline. Really not contested out there. Now she gets a screen from Jenkins, drives the high post, pop out pass to Irwin on our wing. Back up top to Sumter. Now all the way across to Swartfager. Going to take the baseline drive, and unfortunately she's going to lose the pass, and it goes off of her leg, deflected off the hands of Andrea Kinger. Kinger, the 5'6" junior, and she's one of the very few players that these Lady Cougars rely on who do not have height significantly working in her advantage, although Kinger, excellent passer, leads the team in assists. Across the timeline we come with number 30, Piper Romai, back to Kinger. Kinger across the far elbow, gets it to Fassetti. Alina Fassetti brings this one out. She averages over 16 points a game. Fassetti, nice move here working against Irwin. Gets to the paint, wants to turn around and float one up, and she is fouled as she goes. But I'll tell you what, Tony, that was another situation where the Lady Mustangs really brought some good inside presence to the table.
Well, right now, I'll tell you what, the Cougars have not taken a shot that hasn't been uncontested, hasn't had anything easy. I mean, they basically just threw up a couple prayers here so far.
Vassetti knocks down the first of 2. She is gifted from the foul line as well, shooting this season nearly 80%. Here's her second one on its way and good, and we've got a 3-2 ball game here as Harris steps out to send this in across the baseline. This one comes into Sumter, and now Sumter's pass going to be too tall, and it lands in the hands of Haley Romai, and Romai is going to hand it off to Fassetti. So the Lady Cougars here, another opportunity to put some points on the board. Back to Romai on the far wing. Romai to Romai here. This is number 30, Piper Romai, top of the key. She's going to hold the basketball there. Harris comes out. They want to lead Fassetti in, and Fassetti is going to be fouled on her way to the bucket by Sumter, and that's going to send Fassetti back to the foul line.
Well, that's a huge foul, because that's going to be Sumter's second foul. There's only 4:43 to go here in this first quarter, and she's already picked up 2 fouls. And as we know, the Mustangs don't go very deep off the bench, Josh, and it's one of those things where, you know, you gotta be concerned.
Fassetti gets the first one. The Lady Mustangs do bring some height to the table with Sumter and Jenkins both going 5'11" or better, but there are 2 fouls on Sumter now, and Fassetti knocks down the second foul shot. Ball comes into Sumter, then to Harris, and she wanted to go back to Sumter, and the ball is deflected away by Blackhawks number 30, Piper Romai. Harris now going to send it in from the sideline. Good pressure here by the Lady Cougars. She goes to Sumter, then back to Harris. And Harris, nice pass ahead to Swartfager, who runs into some traffic. And Swartfager has the ball taken away by Piper Romai. Pass inside, look here to Kinger. Kinger lays it in for 2, and it's 6-3, and that's going to trigger a timeout, a 30-second timeout here taken by head coach Stuart Davis of Laurel Highlands. We'll step aside now for 30 seconds as well and be right back here to Peters Township High School.
The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been helping injured people in Fayette County for over 45 years. If you've been injured and you need an attorney, call today. One of our 6 attorneys will come and meet with you if your situation is such that you can't come to us. We will not rest until we get the maximum amount of money for you that you deserve. I'm Attorney James Davis, and I will fight for you. Call me today at 724-437-2799.
Good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Family owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
And we're back here at Peters Township High School. It's Lady Mustangs basketball. Harris moves it our way to the wing to Swartfager. Back to Harris. A lot of front defense being played here by the Lady Cougars, who did this very effectively against Greensburg-Salem. Greensburg-Salem, of course, very dangerous in the post. And we're seeing that same defense employed here. Harris moving it across the arc, looking for some space, and now she gets it to Irwin. Irwin nearly has the ball taken away. She saves it. Now she will have it taken away, and a collision immediately ensues between number 11, Alina Fassetti, and Laurel Highlands' Maya Harris, and this is going to be a foul called against Harris.
And that's going to be Harris's first. That's the team third in this first quarter. And a 6-3 deficit right now for the Lady Mustangs.
Haley Romai bounces this one into Andrea Kinger. And Kinger across the timeline, moves it over to Romai. Romai, one more to Fassetti. Fassetti going to work off the far sideline, goes back to Romai. They swing it all the way around to Kinger. The Lady Mustangs also not giving a whole lot of space to operate here. Kinger all the way back near the timeline. Wants to drive now, working against Swartfager. Swartfager's going to trade and pick up Piper Romai. Now the ball goes to number 20. This is a three-point look off the mark from Aubrey Hupp, who had the huge game for this Blackhawk team in the last round in their win over Greensburg-Salem. Now the Lady Mustangs have a chance to possess the basketball. Harris moves it our way to Irwin, and the ball is jumped and taken away by Fassetti. Fassetti moves it ahead to Piper Romai. Piper Romai on the drive, up off the glass, no good. Strong rebound here by Jenkins. Jenkins looking to outlet here and has the ball knocked away by Piper Romai, and apparently, Tony, the ball must have caught Jenkins on the way out because the officials are going to award the basketball to the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, I thought that Romai actually touched that ball, but they gave it to the Cougars, so now they're going to inbound it underneath their own hoop.
Kinger, quick pass inside to Piper Romai. Piper's going to lose the basketball, moves it at the last second to Hupp. Hupp on the drive, pop-out pass to Kinger for three. This one no good. Rebound pulled down strong by Sumter, but Sumter has the ball taken away, and a foul is called, and no one from Beaver Falls likes that call, Tony, but it's one that the Lady Mustangs needed.
Well, and that's going to be the second foul on Haley Romai. So now they're going to take her out with 2:52 to go. Checking in is going to be Ava Davis, the 5'6" senior guard. So now Romai with foul trouble, and as we said, Sumter with two on the Laurel Highlands side.
Harris going to go to Jenkins. Jenkins cut back to get this pass, and she moves it right back to Harris. Harris back to Jenkins on the sideline. Jenkins one more ahead to Swartfager, who is open, and Swartfager's going to pull it down and take the three, and this one is just off the mark. Taylor Irwin inside fighting over the rebound, cannot quite pull it down. Working there against Alina Fassetti, and this basketball will go to the Lady Cougars. Good effort there by Taylor Irwin, and Swartfager nearly had that one just off the mark.
Yeah, and I thought it was actually on line. She just hit the front rim there, but had a good look. Just couldn't knock it down.
Ball now with Fassetti. This is a deep three, practically shot from Beaver Falls. No good. Rebound pulled down by Kinger. Kinger's going to move it to number 20, Hupp, and Hupp's on the drive. No good. The Lady Mustangs again playing great defense, and Tony, it's paying off. We're going to see a foul called here against number 20, Aubrey Hupp, as Sumter pulls down the rebound, and Hupp gets a piece of her.
Well, interestingly enough, Hupp took the ball right at Sumter because knowing that she has two fouls. And the thing of it is, Sumter still played pretty good defense and made her work for that shot. Sumter with the rebound, and she's going to get fouled by Hupp. So right now, 3 team fouls for each team in this first quarter.
Jenkins with the big pass across the timeline to Sumter. Then right back to Jenkins. Jenkins thinking about a drive here. Goes high post, pops it out to Harris. Harris, the deep three, and this one is off the mark, off the glass. Rebound, Fassetti. Fassetti weaving her way through traffic. She wants to go coast to coast. Has the ball taken away, and Tony, she's out of bounds, possessing the basketball. Thank goodness the baseline officials saw that. I was worried maybe some bodies were in the way, and she might get away with it.
Yeah, and it's Sumter with the reach, but got away with it, poked the ball away from Fassetti, and another turnover by the Cougars.
Harris moves this one into Jenkins. Jenkins going to come our way and move it back to Harris. Looking for the timeline here on the pass to Sumter. Sumter has it. Now Sumter is going to steer around, go to the far wing, moves it top of the key to Jenkins. Jenkins wants to drive, pop out. Here's Sumter for three. Off the base of the rim, no good. Jenkins in on the rebound, cannot quite secure it, but it's off the hands, ultimately, of Ava Davis, and the basketball is going to go to the Lady Mustangs. Swartfager steps out to inbound this one from the W and the Ward Township on the baseline. She sends this one in, big tall pass to Jenkins. Jenkins one more to Harris. Top of the key. Harris, little touch pass here to Sumter. Sumter going to hold it up and look for a target. She goes back to Harris. And now Harris going to bring it all the way back out to the timeline. She leads in. Jenkins in the paint. It's Ayara Jenkins tied up inside. It's going to be a held basketball that goes to the Lady Mustangs. And Tony, despite the height that the Lady Cougars have, I love that pass, and it's a perfect pass. Jenkins catches that. Would have scored a touchdown had we been playing football. Just could not quite get the shot off.
Yeah, beautiful entry pass by Harris, but Jenkins just brought the ball down by her waist and had two Cougars trying to fight over it in the jump ball. Luckily, the possession goes to the Mustangs.
Harris for three, off the base of the rim, no good. Rebound, Swartfager. She's going to outlet here to Jenkins. Now it's a big pass all the way across to Irwin and back up top to Harris. 1 minute and 13 seconds to play in the first period here at Peters Township. This pass now to Swartfager on the wing. Good screen by Sumter, but I've got a bad feeling here, Tony, that the official does not agree.
Oh, that is huge. Third foul on Sumter. 1 minute and 9 seconds to go in this first quarter, and we're going to have to make a note of this because this could be huge for the Lady Mustangs.
Some of that height that the Lady Mustangs began this game with now on the bench, and we're going to see Righteous Richardson step in her place. 1 minute exactly remaining in the quarter now. Here's a move by Kinger on the drive, working against Richardson. No good on the shot. Rebound goes to Romai inside. Here's going to be a good block by Jenkins, and she gets the ball to Harris off the block. So the Lady Mustangs here, still plenty of fight with 47 seconds to play in period one. Jenkins tied up by Davis, no foul. She's going to get the pass to Richardson, though, and up top now to Harris. Harris working away from us. Off the screen from Jenkins, has the ball popped out by number 30. That's Piper Romai, who got a hand in against Harris. But the ball then makes its way across the sideline, and this one's going to stay with the Lady Mustangs. Tony, so far you called it 6-3 so far, just one quarter in about 30 seconds. This is going to be, maybe, we hope, still a one-possession game. Very, very low scoring.
Very low scoring, and that's, we said, the two best ladies' defenses in the WPIAL, and you're seeing it right now.
Quick foul there called against Alina Fassetti as the ball had gone to Harris, and Fassetti grabbed an arm. Now Harris is going to inbound this one to Swartfager. Back to Harris we go. 29 seconds on the clock. Harris top of the key. Going to move it our way. Here's the pass to Richardson, right back to Harris. Harris matched up against Fassetti. Off the screen from Jenkins. Harris for three, and it's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. We've got a tie game with 16 seconds to play in the first. The Lady Cougars charging down the other way. They've got the ball at Fassetti. She moves it to Piper Romai. Piper on the drive, and a thunderous block by Ayera Jenkins right in front of Coach Davis. And Harris has the basketball. She's on the move. 2 seconds. She launches a prayer toward the glass. Off the front of the rim, Tony. That nearly went in, and we played one quarter here at Peters Township. It is 6-all. We'll be right back here on 590 AM WMBS in 1 minute.
We give them 172 multi-point inspection by Ford certified techs. Then you give them a new home. Hi, I'm Chuck Smith, General Manager here at Megan Ford, and I'm talking about our Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Go see our great selection of values on our website. Check out the free Carfax reports and stop in and take a test drive.
Hi, I'm Kevin Fike from Markleysburg. I've been selling Fords in the area for nearly 40 years, and all of our gold certified vehicles come with a 1-year, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. I've never seen a pre-owned sales program that gives you so much peace of mind.
Call us today at 724-628-2720 or visit MeganFord.com. Route 119 Connellsville, near Sheets. Megan Ford, your friends in the car and truck business.
Welcome back to AHN Arena here at Peters Township High School. Tony Hanola here with me tonight, and we are very excited for the Lady Mustangs so far. We've got one quarter on the books. It's a 6-6 ball game between the Blackhawk Lady Cougars and the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs. Ball moved in here to Kinger. This is number 5, Andrea Kinger, who's going to run point for the Lady Cougars. She's working against Righteous Richardson on the drive. Richardson's going to cut her off. Pass goes to the far elbow to Fassetti. Up off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Piper Romai. Romai's going to dribble it out on the baseline and move it over here to Hupp. Hupp with the little floater off the glass. And another beautiful rebound by Jenkins. Jenkins going to keep this one herself. Pushes it ahead to Swartfager, and just a little too tall there, Tony, on the big pass.
Yeah, just should have put a little bit more air underneath, and if she did, I think Irwin might have had an easy layup on the other side, but really Jenkins do a fantastic job underneath on the boards for the Lady Mustangs.
Pass brought in here to Kinger. Kinger across the timeline, going to bring it now to the top of the key. Little flip pass to number 25. That's one of the Romai sisters. Haley goes to her other sister, Piper. Now here's a cut down through the lane by Fassetti, but the ball gets away from her, and it's gathered up by Harris. 6-6 we stay with just over 7 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Ball goes to the wing and Jenkins. Jenkins going to direct some traffic here, and once they hand it off to Harris, the handoff, though, is no good. Piper Romai gets in and falls on the basketball, moves it over to Haley, and now the ball gets moved one more time. This is Kinger, cut off by Richardson's going to pop this one out. Here's a deep three-point look, and good by number 25, Haley Romai. That's a big shot, Tony, the first time that we have seen Blackhawk score in a little while.
Yeah, and it's, nearly a steal again, and there is going to be a steal.
Piper Romai again after the basketball. Swartfager going to tie her up, and we'll see.
Possession error goes to the Lady Mustangs.
A break here for the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs. That Swartfager was able to get over there and tie up Romai before anyone took a timeout, or before Romai was able to move the ball. So it is Laurel Highlands basketball. Pass comes into Jenkins. Jenkins wants to drive. She's working against Hupp. She gets across the timeline. Hupp's right there with her, step for step. Handoff to Richardson. Richardson moves it our way to Harris. Harris going to bring it back out now towards center court. Moves it into our wing to Swartfager. Swartfager's entry pass to Taylor Irwin, knocked away by Fassetti, and Fassetti's got it. One more pass ahead to number 25, Haley Romai. Romai wants Hupp. Hupp drives the lane, goes up for two, no good, gets her own rebound. Back up, second chance points. That one goes down for two, and it's 11-6. The Lady Mustangs now would certainly like an answer. And this is a pass
back court.
Jenkins, picked off by Fassetti. Fassetti going to drive the lane, and she's fouled by Richardson on the way. The ball had come into Jenkins. Jenkins wanted the big pass and did not quite have enough on it. Fassetti ends up with it, drives in and is fouled. And now Fassetti back at the foul line once again for the third time tonight, Tony.
And I thought that should have been a backcourt call. I tell you what, the pass was intercepted on this side, and actually before she got her balance, she went over to the backcourt line, but referees didn't see it that way, and a foul is going to be on Righteous Richardson. The first shot by Fassetti was a miss. Fassetti, a 78% free throw shooter.
And we might have some trouble here with the net, Tony. It looks like the net has become stuck against the base of the rim, and the officials are trying to fix it. There we go. It is corrected, and Fassetti now going to prepare to take her second of two shots as we see number 22, Mia Sheasley, the sophomore, listed as a point guard, and at 5'8", she's going to check in here and fill in the middle slot on our side for this Lady Cougars team. Now Fassetti prepares to take her second shot. It's on the way. No good. Rebound Jenkins. Jenkins pushed there a little bit. No call. She's going to move it over to Harris. And now the Lady Mustangs get to work. It's going to be Harris moving the ball away from us against Sheasley, and she'll hand it off here to Richardson. Richardson back to Harris up top. Coming our way now to Jenkins. Jenkins on our wing, trying to lead in Richardson, and the ball's going to be taken away by Hupp. Hupp now leading the charge the other way across the timeline. 3-on-2. Cut off by Jenkins at the last second. Moves it to Kincher. Kincher one more. This is one of the Romais. Haley, no good. Harris comes down with the rebound. Harris off that long rebound, off the missed three, going to take it through the paint, and she is tackled, and the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by Blackhawk. No call there, unfortunately. Big pass down now to Fassetti. Fassetti working against Richardson, and she's tripped up, and we do have a foul call here. This will go against Righteous Richardson.
So Richardson now with two fouls as well. You're going to have a couple subs coming back in. They're going to bring Sumter back in. They're going to roll the dice. So she has three fouls coming back in with 5:19 to go. Let's see how this goes. She's got to be extremely careful. I mean, if she picks up her fourth foul, that's going to be extremely dangerous for the Lady Mustangs.
Ball comes into Hupp. Hupp wants the baseline drive. Sumter being very easy about it, and Hupp lays it in for two. 13-6 now your score. 5:07 to play in quarter number two. Ball comes into Richardson. Back to Harris. Harris flips a pass our way to Sumter. Sumter across the timeline. Going to work off a screen from Harris, and a nice one, too. Sumter going to move the basketball now away from the center court line to Harris. Now back to Sumter inside, and Sumter's going to be fouled. And, Tony, maybe Coach Davis is thinking Sumter's going to help them move the ball and is a good target inside. Picks up the foul here.
Well, that foul's going to be on their big underneath, Aubrey Hupp. That's going to be her second foul. So let's see what Coach Houston does with her.
Swartfager off the baseline, goes to Harris. Harris going to pull a quick three up, no good. Strong rebound inside by Taylor Irwin. The ball, though, is going to be ripped away by Piper Romai, and we will have a jump ball called that will go to the Lady Cougars. Tony, it's worth pointing out here as this game unfolds with 4:46 to play. The Lady Mustangs, of course, a very young team as we see Ayara Jenkins checking back in. No one in this starting lineup or even on the roster right now is a senior, whereas, of course, Blackhawk bringing several seniors to the table.
Yeah, and Blackhawk, you're right, with an experienced team. Actually lost in the WPIAL Finals and the state finals last year.
Fassetti here misses the three. Swartfager with the long rebound on the push ahead to Sumter. She lays it in for two, and it's 13-8 with 4:25 to play. Kincher now across the timeline for the Lady Cougars. Off the far wing, wants to go to Fassetti. Gets it to Fassetti, top of the key. Sumter out there with her. Fassetti off the screen, then cut off by Sumter, still driving, floats one up off the glass and good. And Sumter, a very good job there of making as little contact as possible. It's 15-8.
Yeah, and you know what? The Blackhawk Cougars know that as well. They're going to take it right at her, either try to pick up the fourth foul or they're going to get some easy shots on the backside.
Harris from our wing moves it up top to Jenkins. Jenkins now a big pass to Irwin, and then back to Harris. Harris going to bring it back to the center line. Wanted to go Sumter at high post. That one's denied. Ball bounces out to Jenkins, and she's going to toss it right back over to Harris. Harris now moving our way to Jenkins on our wing. And Sumter's going to cut through. Jenkins thought about it, decided to go to Swartfager, top of the key. Swartfager, little drive here, and tries to pop one out to Sumter, but the ball is picked off by number 22, Mia Sheasley. And Sheasley's going to move it over to Kinger. Kinger now to Hupp on our sideline. Back to Kinger on the wing. Kinger on the drive, working against Harris. Good defense there by Harris. And this one is going to go to number 22. That's no good for Mia Sheasley on the three-point look. Rebound, Lady Mustangs. It's going to be Sumter to Jenkins. Jenkins, one-on-one, up off the glass, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Hupp. Good defense there by Hupp, and we're going to have a tie-up. Thankfully, Tony, I was worried at first. He was giving the signal off the baseline for a foul against Taylor Irwin, but that is a jump ball, and it will go to the Lady Mustangs here with 3:07 to play in a 15-8 ball game.
And again, Schwartfager sticking her nose in there, causing the tie-up, and the possession arrow goes to the Lady Mustangs.
Swartfager, without question, is something of a spark plug for this Lady Mustangs team. Here's the pass to Harris, up off the glass, and it rolls out. Rebound pulled down by the Lady Cougars, and we'll have a foul this time against number 25, Haley Romai. Excuse me, it was the Mustangs, number 5, fouling Haley Romai. That will be against Taylor Swartfager. And we'll have a timeout taken here, Tony, on the floor with 3:02 to play. It's a full timeout, so we'll step aside for 60 seconds here on 590 AM WMBS.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Welcome back to AHN Arena here on 590 AM WMBS, another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. It's a 15-8 lead for the Lady Cougars. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Hanula tonight here at Peters Township High School, and the Lady Cougars are trying to strike for more inside. No good. Rebound pulled down by Sumter. Sumter going to take it herself. She leads the charge and is going to pull up here on our wing and move it to Harris. Good stop there by the Lady Mustangs. And a nice job by Sumter at not picking up that fourth personal foul. Harris going to hand it off to Swartfager. Swartfager loses the ball to Kinger. Kinger ahead to Fassetti, and Fassetti is going to be fouled on the drive by Harris. That will send Fassetti back to the line again, Tony, where she has shot very strong all season, although she missed the last two.
Yeah, she's 4 for 6 on the line here tonight. Has 6 points in this contest, 6 of the 15 for the Lady Cougars. And as you said, 78% free throw shooter. She's getting work out at the line here tonight.
Fassetti good on the first one. That makes the score 16-8. We've got 2:32 remaining in the second quarter as number 25, Haley Romai, checks back in for the Lady Cougars. And for the Lady Mustangs, we're going to see Righteous Richardson come in and give Taylor Swartfager a break. And the ball comes back to Fassetti now for her second shot. This one's on its way and good.
Fassetti with 8, the Mercyhurst recruit.
Ball passed into Jenkins. Jenkins going to work here against Piper Romai. And Jenkins looking for help is going to go to Harris. Harris brings it our way, trying to beat Kinger to her right, and she will, but she's tripped in the act of doing so. And that foul is going to go against Andrea Kinger.
Well, Maya Harris was turning on the motor there, trying to get the ball across the timeline to avoid the 10-second count. Unfortunately, she picked up the foul. only the second team foul against Blackhawk here in the second quarter.
Harris steps out near the score table, and we've got a individual out on the floor checking possibly for debris or a loose object that has been recovered. And now the near sideline official is going to hand the ball off to Harris, and Harris goes to Richardson, who is right in front of her. Back to Harrison to Sumter, top of the key. Sumter moves it to the far wing to Richardson. Richardson pulls it down and brings it our way to Jenkins. Jenkins now on the drive is going to pick up another foul against Blackhawk. This will be against number 12, Ava Davis, with a push. And the Lady Mustangs will send this one in now from the baseline. Righteous Richardson stepping out. And in front of the student section representing Blackhawk here tonight, she tries to go to Sumter. This one catches the leg of number 25, Haley Romai, and will go out of bounds across the baseline. So they're going to reposition Richardson on the opposite side of the baseline, and she bounces this one into Taylor Irwin. Irwin bringing it around to Sumter. Sumter pulls it down and drives in off the top of the key, and she'll be fouled by number 30, Piper Romai, on her way to the bucket. That's going to put Ariana Sumter at the foul line, Tony, with 2:04 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, and the Blackhawk bench didn't agree, but she really kind of grabbed arm and ball at the same time, and she's going to pick up her first, and that's going to send Sumter to the line.
And the first one from Sumter is no good off the side of the rim. Taylor Swartfeger will check in here for Taylor Irwin. Sumter with one more chance. And the shot is on its way, and good. 17-9 now your score. And the Lady Mustangs will look for a stop and try to cut down this deficit before halftime. Ball moves to number 25, Haley Romai, who is near center court and is going to direct some traffic. She calls Kinger her way. Kinger's going to get the ball and then look over to her coach, Greg Houston, and get the play call. She goes back to Romai on our wing, and Romai's going to hold it. Jenkins out there with her. Romai wanted to lead in Fassetti, but she finds Harris on the interception. Harris on the drive, through high post, pops it out to Jenkins. Jenkins off the sideline. One more to Sumter. Top of the key three. Off the side of the rim, no good. And the rebound turns into a loose ball that's gathered up by Fassetti. Fassetti's going to try to take the far sideline, then pull it back, and she's going to find Righteous Richardson waiting for her. She drives the lane, turned around by Richardson, hands everywhere, and they're going to call this against Jenkins, Tony, and that's a close call. It looked like Jenkins had all ball on that block.
Yeah, I would agree. That's going to be on Richardson, I hate to say. That's going to be her third. And you're right, Josh. I thought the same thing. I thought it was all ball. Richardson did the same, but it's going to send Fassetti back to the line, excuse me, where she's going to get foul shots number 9 and 10. 17-9 lead, 1:19 to go here in the second quarter, and Fassetti knocks down the first.
That's going to make it 18-9. Fassetti, Tony, has been there so many times tonight, her footprints are probably there on the court. Another one from Fassetti is good, and that's going to make it 19-9 with 1:19 to play. Taylor Irwin checking back in for Richardson. Certainly the Lady Mustangs want to keep this one at 10 or less going into halftime. And this has been the low-scoring game we anticipated between two good defenses. Ball comes into Swartfeger. Swartfeger tries the far sideline. Now a quick pass to the middle to Sumter. Sumter's going to lose the basketball off her leg, and it's scooped up by Kinger. Kinger ahead to Romai, back to Kinger off the glass, no good. Rebound, Piper Romai inside. Nearly has the ball taken away. She gets it out to Kinger. One more pass to Fassetti from way outside, and she knocks down the three, and that's going to make it 22-9. Ball comes into Harris to Swartfeger on the far sideline. Swartfeger spinning around, and she's going to be fouled as she tried to work between Fassetti and Haley Romai. And this one's going to go against number 11, Alina Fassetti.
Yeah, Fassetti's going to pick up her second. Fassetti now with 13 points after that made three. That was a 61st made three for her for this season. And that's going to send Swartfeger to the line. Both teams now with 5 team fouls, 50.1 seconds to go. And Swartfeger looking for her first point of the night.
Swartfeger will take her time and send the first one on its way. It's off the side of the rim, no good. And this is a bit of a difficult situation here, Tony, for the Lady Mustangs, who are shooting any foul shot directly at the Lady Cougars student section, which appears to be quite lively this evening.
Yeah, I'd say a little cranked up.
And the second shot does roll in. That's going to make it 22-10. Pass in here to Kinger. Kinger going to slow things down and take her time reaching the timeline. Harris will finally step out to greet her. Kinger across that timeline, still standing at the Peters Township logo, sends it our way to Ava Davis. Davis now up top to Haley Romai, and one more back over to the far wing to Kinger. 31 seconds to play. Now the pass top of the key to Piper Romai, to Haley Romai on our wing, and back up top to Ava Davis. Davis going to move it all the way to the far sideline, way out, away from the basket, to Piper Romai, who moves it back up top to Kinger. Kinger's actually going to look over her shoulder and check the time left. There's 15 seconds. Now here's her drive against Harris. Harris, great defense there, going to stop the shot high off the glass. Rebound pulled down by Jenkins. Jenkins to high post. Pops it out to Harris. Harris for three off the base of the rim, no good. And the rebound, so it looks, will be off the Lady Cougars, number 12, Ava Davis. It will stay with the Lady Mustangs. Tony, 1.4 seconds to play.
1.4, and it's to be a big shot right now if the Lady Mustangs can knock one down here and go in with a little momentum at halftime. 22-10, 1.4 to go, second quarter.
Swartfager will send this one in from the corner to Jenkins. Jenkins launches the quick three, and that one's off the base of the rim. A nice shot. And that'll bring us to halftime here at Peters Township High School, where Blackhawk leads Laurel Highlands 22-10. We'll be back in a few minutes with your halftime show brought to you by Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. This has been the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We've played one half here at Peters Township. Your score, the Lady Cougars 22 and the Lady Mustangs 10.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Colorectal cancer is common and often lethal. Screening is preventative and should begin at age 45, unless a person has a strong family history of colon cancer, when 40 is the recommended age. Drs. Ruthart, Calabrese, Hoppy, and I encourage everyone to follow these guidelines, as this can be a lifesaver. For more information, call our team at U.S. Digestive Health, 724-437-7677.
From chips and cracks to splits and shatters, if you need new glass, Fay West Glass Company is the one to call. Fay West Glass has served Fayette and Greene counties for over 25 years and specializes in residential glass installations and replacements, plus commercial and industrial glass. So when that window's busted or that sliding door shattered and you can't wait, Fay West is available. 724-439-8600. That's 724-439-8600. Proudly local and veteran-owned, Fay West Glass will earn your business.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Basin Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station that has been serving the Uniontown area for 50 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, a fenced-in storage lot, and is a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Sova & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 61st year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Sova & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repairs, and glass installation. They'll gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they'll work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Sova & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's the goal of Ted Sova & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Take it from me, Matt Sapienza, an actual satisfied customer. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Sova & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Family owned and operated for 61 years. Always proud to support local high school sports.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Welcome back to AHN Arena here on 590 AM WMBS. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Anula. We've played one half here in this semifinals WPIAL Girls 4A showdown between Blackhawk and Laurel Highlands. The Lady Cougars lead the Lady Mustangs 22-10, and now it's time for our halftime show brought to you by Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. And Tony has some halftime statistics to share with you. These halftime stats courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Tony?
All right, thanks, Josh. We'll start out on the Blackhawk side. On the Blackhawk side, you had Alina Fusetti had 13 points in that first half, 9 of those coming in the second quarter, and she was 8 for 10 from the foul line, so 8 of her 13 points coming from the charity stripe. 4 points from Aubrey Hupp, a three-pointer made by Haley Romai, and a made basket by Andrea Kinger. They scored 6 in the first, 16 in the second for their total of 22. Had 2 made threes, one by Fusetti and one by Romai, Haley Romai. And as we mentioned, they were 8 for 10 from the foul line in that first half. On the Mustangs side, 3 people leading the Mustangs. Taylor Irwin, Ariana Sumter, and Maya Harris, all with 3 points each, and a made three throw from Tyler Swartfeger. They had 6 points in the first, only 4 points in that second quarter. It's really been the difference. Outscored 16-4 in that second quarter. 6 in the first, 4 in the second for their total of 10. 2 made threes, one by Irwin to start the game and one by Maya Harris. And they were 2 for 4 from the foul line in that first half.
Those halftime stats courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. The Blackhawk Lady Cougars, of course, coming into this one 21-2, only 2 losses on the season, not unlike the Lady Mustangs. Those 2 losses coming to McKeesport and Kennedy Catholic. And, Tony, if the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs are going to add their name to that list, they need a big third quarter, and they need to limit their foul trouble, which was somewhat of a problem for them in the first half.
That's exactly right, Josh, and you could see the difference. You had Sumter, who picked up 3 fouls. They actually took her out with 1:09 to go in the first quarter when she picked up her third. She came back in and, was extremely careful, but you can tell that the Lady Cougars were really going to take the ball to her and try to pick up that 4th foul. And on the other side, same thing. The difference in that is Hupp had 2 fouls and Haley Romai had 2 fouls, but the difference was their bench is much deeper than Laurel Highlands, and they were able to sub more freely, and that kind of helped them out too. And like I said, the other factor you got to look at in the second half is you got to worry about fatigue on the Lady Mustangs, and they're putting out a lot of energy, really playing fantastic defense, but they really need to get some scores. They missed some shots that maybe should have made, but tell you what, you have to give this credit to the Lady Cougars defense because they played an exceptional first half.
And, Tony, you make a really good point because before the game, you and I had spoke about how much height the Lady Cougars brought to the table, but it has been their speed that has really looked most impressive, and we had hoped, well, maybe the Lady Mustangs are going to have the speed card in their back pocket that they can pull out periodically and use. But it turns out, as we've seen here tonight, that Blackhawk is certainly capable of running the floor.
Well, they're capable of running the floor, and the thing of it is that full-court press that they've employed since the start of the game has really given the Mustangs trouble. And every time that they've trapped, they've seemed to force a turnover or a steal and get a basket on the other side. So it's one of those things where the Mustangs really have to take care of the ball more in this second half and really try to look for some scoring opportunities to get back into this game.
No doubt that Laurel Highlands head coach Stuart Davis has spoken to his team about what they need to do to get back into this game in the third quarter, and the third quarter certainly could prove to be beyond pivotal for the Lady Mustangs if they can limit the foul trouble and at the same time put some points on this board. They have played really exceptional defense, Tony, at times. Some tremendous blocks coming from this Lady Mustangs unit. No question about that, especially from Ayera Jenkins. You've been listening to the Halftime Show, brought to you by Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. And Tony earlier shared those halftime stats courtesy of the First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back here in 60 seconds.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Welcome back to AHN Arena here on 590 AM WMBS. The Lady Mustangs are making their way back out onto the floor. They'll now be working right to left as we describe it, and the Lady Cougars will be working left to right. It will be Blackhawk basketball to start the third period. 8 minutes on the clock, and the ball is sent in to Andrea Kinger. Kinger across the timeline, going to move it to the far wing. This is going to be Piper Romine. Now to her sister Haley, and one more all the way across to Kinger. Easy look inside to Hupp, and Hupp lays it in uncontested to make this one 24-10 in favor of the Lady Cougars. Quick pass in here to Swartfeger. Swartfeger across the timeline on the pass to Jenkins. Jenkins off the wing to the top of the key, and she's going to toss a pass over to Harris on the far wing. Harris now going to use that sideline on the far side to go to Irwin. Right back to Harris. Harris is going to operate off the sideline, goes top of the key to Swartfeger. High post look now to Sumter. Sumter goes up for two, and she'll have it. And it was the post that this Blackhawk team worked so hard to take away from Greensburg-Salem in the previous round. They gave it up right there, though, Tony. Good look there to Sumter.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot more of that from the Mustangs in this second half. I think you have to post up Sumter and Jenkins and try to get the ball down low because they actually do have a little bit of advantage on that side.
Good drive here by Facchetti for the Lady Cougars, separating Sumter and Jenkins. Sumter, of course, being very careful. Facchetti lays it in for two. It's 26-12. Sumter going to take the inbound pass the whole way herself, works through the paint, goes up, no good, gets her own rebound. She's blocked inside by Hupp, and now the basketball's on the floor, and it's going to be tied up between Kinger and Swartfeger, and this one will go to the Lady Mustangs, and so stepping out will be Swartfeger. She'll stand once again right on that W in Township and send this one in from the baseline. Her pass is going to be way back near the timeline to Harris. Somehow she got that in there over the top of Piper Romine. Harris on the drive. Now she's going to kick it out to the wing to Jenkins. Jenkins, top of the key, handoff to Irwin. One more to Sumter. Sumter's going to loop around, thought about a drive, decided to go to Harris on our wing. Harris going to float one into Jenkins. Jenkins gets good position, goes up, and is fouled. And that's a good call, Tony, and a valuable one potentially for the Lady Mustangs. That one goes against Alina Facchetti.
And that's going to be her third. And that's a big foul because I'll tell you what, she's the key to this whole offense for the Cougars. So if the Mustangs can somehow pick up the fourth foul on her here early in this third quarter, it can really change the complexion of this game.
Ayera Jenkins, who's played a great game so far tonight, knocks down the first of two foul shots. Jenkins has been a force inside. She's listed at 6 foot. She's played closer to 7. She's had some tremendous blocks inside, thunderous even, Tony. Not unlike those storms we had earlier today. Ayera channeling some of that tonight. She misses the second one. The rebound is going to go to the Blackhawk Lady Cougars. They move it out to Kinger across the timeline now to Romine. And it's going to be Romine to Romine now to Hupp, top of the key. Hupp pulls down a 3 and moves it back across to Piper Romine. Piper Romine going to reset the play all the way back out to the center line. 26-13. Here is the Blackhawk lead. 6:04 to play in the third. It's going to be Hupp off the wing with the drive up for two. No good. Great defense once again by Jenkins. Rebound goes to Sumter. She's going to move it to Harris. Harris across the timeline. Got a little bit of speed going here. Nice spin move to get in on the glass. No good. And the rebound goes to Hupp. Great opportunity created there by Harris. Now the big pass all the way back down by Facchetti. Facchetti working against Swartfeger. Drives to the near block. And maybe some contact there from Facchetti, Tony. But she's going to miss on the shot anyway. Rebound corralled by Harris. Harris to Swartfeger, back to Harris. Harris the big one now to Sumter. And we've got a 3-on-3 situation. Sumter wants to drive. A scoop shot. No good. Rebound pulled down by Facchetti. Facchetti across the timeline. Leads the charge. And Swartfeger really hustling to get back there and popping the basketball out. Swartfager, Tony, has been impressive all season. This young lady is just a freshman, runs the court like the absolute best of them.
I'll tell you what, she's one of the best defenders that I've seen, male or female. And that could have been an offensive foul there with Fassetti throwing her off. Oh, they're going to call that foul on Swartfager.
And, Tony, that's a heartbreaking call because we saw just a second before that on the baseline, Fassetti throws Swartfager to the ground. Swartfager pops back up in a flash, but then is called for the foul as she tries to recover. And this is going to be Hupp, Aubrey Hupp, at the foul line to shoot for the Lady Cougars. Hupp now over the 300-point mark this season. First foul shot is good. She's got 302 on the season, including her scoring here tonight. She is second on the team behind only number 11, Alina Fassetti.
And Hupp, a 74% free throw shooter, knocks down the first.
Second one on its way and good. 28-13 is your score. Sumter going to bounce this one to Swartfager. Swartfager will work against Fassetti the other way. She goes middle to Jenkins. And Jenkins going to slow up and check her back to make sure nobody comes to pick her pocket. She moves it to Sumter and now to the far sideline to Harris. Harris working against Romai. She's going to move it to the corner to Swartfager. Swartfager will reset the play back out to Jenkins. Now Irwin Arwing. Irwin going to drive, take the baseline, gets cut off. Deep in near the baseline, moves it back to Jenkins, and the ball going to be stolen here. This one is going to go to number 25, Haley Romai. And a little pass is knocked away again, Tony. Swartfager came from out of nowhere and nearly stole the ball, jumping in front of Fassetti.
Tell you what, she's all hustle. I tell you got to love her game. There's no doubt about it. You're not looking for her to score, but I can tell you what, she can play some defense.
Swartfager against Fassetti as the ball comes into the baseline. Fassetti cut off by Swartfager at the block. Nowhere to go. She moves it outside to Hupp. Hupp from our elbow. Little bounce pass here will go to number 25, Haley Romai. Romai moves it over to Kinger. Kinger going to reset the play. Calls it out, working against Harris now. A little crossover move. Goes across the middle peg, and then a pop-out pass to Hupp. Hupp nearly loses the basketball, but does get it back to Kinger. Laurel Highlands playing some great defense right now on this possession. Handoff goes to Hupp. Hupp will hand it right back to Haley Romai. Romai wants some help. Tries to move Fassetti. Fassetti cuts away from her, and now the pass is going to come our wing to Kinger. Kinger trying to find space against Harris. There's not much there. She moves it to the far sideline to Hupp, who comes out of the corner, wants to drive against Jenkins, floats one up, no good. The rebound is pulled down by Sumter. Sumter is going to get it to Harris, and it's 28-13 with 3:56 to play in the third quarter. Harris wants the three ball, and this one, Tony, is perfect. Put that one on the front of your cereal box. It's 28-16. The Lady Cougars with a possession, trying to go inside the Hupp, and it's a block by Jenkins, called a foul. And Tony, my goodness, what a beautiful block it was. But it's going to go on the books as a foul, and it's going to send Hupp back to the foul line.
I have to disagree. I really don't question the refs, but that was pretty clean right in front of him. And Hupp fortunately misses the first shot. That's only the first foul on Jenkins. And Hupp now with the second attempt. She's got 8 on the night.
Tahira Jenkins has been excellent inside all night. Hupp does get the second one, 29-16, 3:45 to play. Harris steps out with the ball, sends it into Sumter. Sumter has been very careful since checking back in the game in the second quarter. She's playing with 3 fouls, and she's going to send this one back out to Jenkins. Jenkins to Harris, and the Lady Mustangs are going to let this play develop. They move their post pieces into place, so to speak, and they bring it our way to Jenkins. Jenkins on our wing, going to wait for help from Irwin. Handoff to Irwin. And Taylor Irwin working against Kinger will go to Swartfager. Kinger going to trade now and stay with Swartfager. Swartfager on the drive, moves it back out to Harris on the far wing. Harris going to retreat to the sideline. Big pass inside to Jenkins, and Jenkins looking for some space is unfortunately going to travel. What a tough call again.
I thought she got bumped there by Romai to force the travel, but it's going to be a turnover by Jenkins.
The Lady Mustangs now will need another stop with 3:05 to play in the third, 29-16. The Lady Cougars advantage. Kinger across the timeline comes our way to Fassetti. Fassetti to the corner to Hupp. Hupp will dribble it to our elbow and hand off to Kinger. Kinger trying to find space against Harris. Going to not take the drive. Pops it out to Hupp. Hupp for 3, no good. Rebound pops all the way back out to her, and she's got her own rebound to the top of the key, and they're going to reset the play. Hupp thinking about a drive. Instead, she's going to move it to number 12. This is Ava Davis. Davis sends it our way to Fassetti. Fassetti's going to bring it all the way back out and get some direction here from head coach Greg Houston for Blackhawk, and now they swing it around, first to Kinzer and then to Hupp. Handoff goes back to Fassetti, who came to get the basketball. Fassetti cut off by Swartfager. Now it's going to be Hupp working against Sumter. Pop-out pass, Ava Davis for three, and she hits it off the near wing. That's a big one, 32-16 now your score with 2:15 to play in the third. Harris looking for a target, wants to go to Swartfager, and it's going to catch Swartfager's leg and bounce out of bounds across the sideline. And this will be Blackhawk basketball. We'll see a timeout taken here at the AHN Arena, a full timeout taken by the Lady Mustangs. You are listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
For funeral services from pre-need to at-need, burial or cremation, call Gates Funeral Home and Crematory, located at 136 North Gallatin Avenue in a beautifully restored historic home. Family owned and operated by Rick Gates, former Brownsville resident and Guyville alumni, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers warmth, convenience, affordability, and ample parking. With a knowledgeable funeral director and compassionate staff, the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory are ready to assist you.
This is Charity Grimm-Krupa, State Representative for the 51st District. I want to wish all of our local teams the best of luck in the basketball playoffs. I also want to invite you to our Hard to Read license plate event on Saturday, March 9th from 10 to 2 at Fayette Recycling on Romeo Lane in Uniontown. If your license plate is unreadable, we can help you fill out the paperwork for a free replacement. I will also be holding a free shredding event at Fayette Recycling on Friday, April 26th from 11 to 2. I hope to see you there.
Welcome back to AHN Arena here on 590 AM WMBS. Joshua Spilling alongside Tony Hanula. We've got 2:11 to play in the third quarter, and the Lady Cougars lead the Lady Mustangs 32-16. It's going to be a big pass from the sideline to Hupp to get this possession started. She goes right back to Fassetti in the lane. No good. And this is going to be a foul against Ava Davis, Tony. It's going to be a push against Ariana Sumter. Davis over the back there against Sumter.
Yeah, and Sumter with excellent position for that rebound. And you're right, Davis just crawled right up her back trying to get that rebound and picks up her second foul.
Ball comes into Sumter to Harris, then right back to Sumter. Sumter going to split defenders. Big pass all the way down to Irwin. Irwin, quick baseline jumper, no good, and this is off the hands of Jenkins on the rebound attempt. And the Lady Cougars will have another possession here with 1:56 to play. Davis, as you said, Tony, really, truly tried to get on top of Sumter there, almost used her to elevate her own jump. That was the textbook definition of over the back, I think, when you want to look up exactly what that looks like. Ball comes in here to Kinzer. Kinzer going to shout out the play and crosses the timeline. Moves it to the far wing to Ava Davis. Davis coming our way to Romai. That's Haley Romai now to Kinzer on our wing. Fassetti comes out for the deep three, and this one's way off the mark. Rebound, Hupp. Hupp goes up for two, and she's fouled inside. Gets the bucket to go, and she's going to be shooting one for the Lady Cougars.
And I think they're going to call that reach on Jenkins. Hupp was able to get the shot to go. So she's having a big third quarter right now. Has 7 points, 11 for the game.
1:37 to play in period number 3, where the Lady Cougars have expanded their lead 34-16, and Hupp, who's a good foul shooter, is going to take one, and she knocks it down. 35-16. Harris sends this one in off the baseline to Swartfager. Swartfager gets it to the middle to Sumter. Good movement here by the Lady Mustangs all the way down to Jenkins. Jenkins goes up for two. No good. Strong rebound by Sumter. She fires a pass out to Harris off the wing for three. No good. This is going to be Hupp with the rebound, and Hupp wants to take it. She's going to try to go coast to coast. Gets cut off by Irwin, and she moves this one out to Davis. Davis on the far wing, working against Irwin, goes to Hupp in the corner. Hupp, far corner, on the drive. Up and blocked by Sumter, but Hupp recovers, gets the ball, and now she's going to be fouled again as she tries to go up. We're going to have a push called inside, hopefully not against Sumter.
No, I think it's going to be on Jenkins.
And indeed it is.
So now you've got 3 Mustangs with 3 fouls with minute 8 to go in this third quarter, and Hupp knocks down the first.
36-16, 1:08 to play in the third. Hupp on the season coming into this game does a lot of damage inside, not just scoring. She had 166 rebounds entering this one. She gets the second one, too, in addition to 31 blocks, and she's certainly done some damage from the foul line as well. Ball comes into Swartfager, back to Harris. Harris goes to the middle of the court and Sumter. Sumter fires a big pass down toward her coach, caught by Taylor Irwin. Irwin wanted to go to Harris. This one's poked away. It's going to be recovered by Ava Davis. Davis nearly has the ball taken away by Swartfeger, but she's going to move it to Hupp. Hupp wants the three from the top of the key. No good off the base of the rim. Jenkins going to screen anybody out from getting that rebound, and the ball will go back to the Lady Mustangs. 49 seconds to play. 37-16 your score in favor of the Lady Cougars. Ball moved in here to Swartfeger. Swartfeger's pass going to be popped up by Fassetti. Fassetti recovers, tries to lay one up off the rim. No good. This rebound will go to Harris. Harris wants the big pass now to Jenkins, and it will be Jenkins. 2-on-2. She pulls up for the jumper, knocks it down, and it's 37-18 in favor of the Lady Cougars. 30 seconds on the clock here in this third quarter. Fassetti going to slow things down right across the P&T at the center of the court here in the AHN Arena, and she moves it to the far wing to Davis. Now up top to Hupp. Hupp, top of the key. Looks at her options, will take a few dribbles, and wants to hand it off to Piper Romai, and Piper Romai has Taylor Irwin in her shadow. Romai wants to drive, but before that, it looks like we're going to have a foul call.
I think they're going to call a hold on Taylor Irwin, and that's exactly what they're going to call. That's only her first foul. She kind of grabbed Hupp as she tried to make the move. I'm sorry, Romai, she tried to make the move. So she's going to pick up her first, but that's going to send Romai to the line.
Romai makes the first. Unfortunately, the Lady Mustangs now have 5 fouls in this quarter, so Blackhawk will be shooting the rest of the way, although there's only 9 ticks left on the clock. Here's the second one from Romai. This one is going to bounce in after bouncing off the rim several times, and Haley Romai will check in. Maya Harris stepping out to send this one in. We're going to see another substitution here off the Lady Cougars bench as Sheasley checks back in. Number 22. Harris still working against the press. Wants the big home run pass, and she gets it to Sumter. Sumter goes up for 2 and is fouled. What a pass that was, Tony. Excellent catch by Sumter. Went up over top of everybody. Pulls that one down and nearly gets the bucket. She will shoot 2.
Tell you what, that was a great pass. That was quarterback-like there by Harris.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So Sumter headed to the line. 6.5 seconds to go, and Sumter looking to pick up her 6th point of the night, and she does.
Good shot there by Sumter, as we're going to see. Checking back in, Kinger and Fassetti for Blackhawk. That foul was called against number 30, Piper Romai. Sumter preparing for her second with 6.5 seconds in a 39-19 third quarter. Second shot is good. That's going to make it 39-20. Ball comes into Kinger. Harris right there nearly gets the steal. Kinger trying to play keep away. She gets across the timeline, launches a shot that will catch the glass, but that's all. We have played 3 here at Peters Township High School. It's Blackhawk 39, Laurel Highlands 20 on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back here in 60 seconds.
My name is Terry Kahn, and I'm a paralegal at Radcliffe Law, now Radcliffe Martin Law. It's exciting to work with the next generation of lawyers here in Uniontown. I've worked at several firms in Uniontown and worked on cases against the big firms in Pittsburgh, and I must say they're no match for Tripp, Bill, and Rob. Their combined caring and integrity are second to none. Radcliffe Martin Law, your local injury attorneys. Give us a call at 724-439-3939 or like us on Facebook.
NovaCare Rehabilitation is now in Masontown. Using a personalized plan of care and one-on-one sessions, NovaCare gives you an advantage in rehabilitation. Dr. Haley Cruiser and our professional staff are certified to use industry-leading treatments, including LVST Big Therapy for Parkinson's disease, which increases mobility, improves balance, and decreases time necessary to complete tasks. These services supplement NovaCare's exceptional orthopedic, concussion, and vestibular dysfunction resources. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call our new Masontown office on Route 21 McClellantown Road at 724-491-5220.
Welcome back to AHN Arena here for this girls 4A WPIAL semifinal between the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs and the Blackhawk Lady Cougars. 590 AM WMBS, Joshua Scully alongside Tony Hanula. We've got 1 quarter remaining in a 39-20 basketball game. The Lady Cougars in front, and it's going to be Blackhawk basketball as well. The pass is bounced into Kinger, and Kinger across the timeline where Harris awaits. Kinger moves it our way to Haley Romai. Big pass across the Hupp, opposite wing. Hupp working against Jenkins. And the Lady Cougars obviously in no hurry here. The pass now moves to Haley Romai. Romai is going to direct traffic. She wants Kinzer to come to her for a handoff, and Kinzer will do just that. Now a little crossover. Kinzer drives through the lane, fires a pass out to Hupp on the sideline, but Hupp and Kinzer both decide not to shoot. They're going to move it to Romai, then to Fassetti, who cuts through the paint and goes back to Hupp. Hupp up top now, number 25, Haley Romai with the basketball, and Romai dribbles it all the way back out nearly to center court. She'll hand it off again to Kinzer, and Blackhawk is in ultimate slowdown mode here. Hupp going to hand it off to number 25, Haley Romai, and she'll hand it off to Piper Romai. Piper Romai going to bring it to our wing right in front of the Lady Cougars bench. She goes back to Haley Romai on the handoff, and Tony, we're not even really seeing passes here as much as we truly are seeing these players put the basketball directly into the hands of a teammate.
Well, they've already run a minute off the clock here in this fourth quarter, so not good for the Mustangs.
Fassetti finally going to take a shot on the little give-and-go action here, and she draws a foul while she does it. No good on the look, and she's going to draw a foul against number 2, Ayera Jenkins.
That's going to be Jenkins' fourth foul. Really not much contact there, and I know Stu Davis was not happy with that call.
Fassetti is going to knock down the first one.
Fassetti now 9 for 11 from the field. I'm sorry, from the free throw line. She's got 16 points on the night.
And Fassetti now good for 17. That's right about where she averages per contest. Pass comes in here to Harris. One more to Jenkins on the sideline. Jenkins going to pull it down, fires a big pass down to Irwin. Irwin inside to Swertfeger, a little too tall, and Swertfeger is not able to save it. This is going to be Lady Cougars basketball off the sideline right in front of the Lady Mustangs bench. The winner of this contest will expect to see either North Catholic or Elizabeth Fulward, who are also in action tonight. Here's Kinzer now going to break between some defenders and go all the way up off the glass. No good. Rebound Jenkins. She gets it over to Sumter. Sumter weaving her way through traffic, and a lot of traffic. Goes back to Jenkins on the far wing. Jenkins one more to Swertfeger. Three-point look. No good. And Fassetti not able to come up with the rebound. She actually steps on the baseline while securing the basketball, and this is going to go back to the Lady Mustangs here. Swertfeger stepping out to send this one in. From the S and Peters, Swertfeger comes our way to Jenkins on the wing, up top to Harris, top of the key. Three-point look is good. Give Jenkins the assist. Beautiful pass right to Harris, who drills the shot and makes it 41-23. Now Blackhawk again, no hurry here. Number 30, Piper Romai, going to move it to Kinzer, and Kinzer stays in place, holding the basketball. Now she'll slowly drift our way and go to Fassetti. Fassetti, handoff to Piper Romai, handoff back to Kinzer. Taylor Irwin with Kinzer, now to the far elbow to Hupp. Fassetti on the drive, goes up for two, no good. Rebound Sumter. Sumter pulls this one down, pushes it ahead. Fast break opportunity here. One more pass to Swertfeger, goes up off the glass. No good. Rebound is pulled down by number 25, Haley Romai, who was immediately fouled by Swertfeger, who just went a bit too high on the shot. Had a great position there and a great read getting ahead of Irwin for that final pass. Unfortunately, the Lady Mustangs not able to collect those 2 points. Coming the other way, pass into Fassetti. Now back to Haley Romai, and Fassetti gets the basketball back on the drive the far sideline, goes to Piper Romai. Piper Romai off of our wing, passes through the defense to Hupp on the baseline. Hupp, jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jenkins. Jenkins outlets our way to Harris. Harris going to cut across the center of the court. One more to Swertfeger. Swertfeger now going to put up a three-point look, and this one bounces out. Rebound is going to go to Jenkins off of a couple hands. She goes top of the key to Sumter. Sumter going to reset the play, pulls it back, gets a screen from Jenkins, goes the opposite way. One more pass to Swertfeger. Swertfeger now is going to drive to the middle peg and get turned around and floats a pass back out to Harris. 5 minutes to play in a 41-23 ball game. Harris goes to the far wing to Swertfeger, but she's pushed as she does so, and it looks like this one should be against Kinzer.
It's definitely going to be against Kinzer, and Harris just tried to make a little move. Not sure what Kinzer was doing there, but we're going to have a timeout called by Blackhawk.
A full timeout taken by Blackhawk head coach Greg Houston, and we'll be right back here in 1 minute on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Fallen in love with a house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within 1 business day. Then save the date for a move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
Welcome back to Peters Township High School, where the Blackhawk Lady Cougars lead the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs 41-23, 4:57 to play, and it is Lady Mustangs basketball following that timeout. And Harris is going to fire a pass into Swartfager, who pushes one our way toward Jenkins on the wing. Jenkins wants some help, is going to call Sumter over, then moves the ball to Sumter, and Sumter's going to send one to Swartfager on the far sideline. Now coming back our way over the arc, Irwin to Harris. Big lead-in pass to Sumter, gets away from her, and it is corralled by number 25, Haley Romai. Romai to Kinger, and then Kinger is going to go near half court to Piper Romai. Piper Romai sends it our way to the wing to Faccetti. Back to Piper Romai, and up top to Kinger. 4:25 to play, and she sends a pass to Hupp. Hupp going to send it top of the key to Faccetti. Faccetti back our way to Kinger. Inside look here to Hupp. Hupp off the far block. Cannot get one to go, and this one is going to be a foul called against the Lady Mustangs. Faccetti came down with the rebound, and it looks like there's going to be a push called against number 11, Ariana Sumter.
Now that's Sumter's fourth foul as well. Thought it was a tie-up, but
Sumter made it a long time, Tony, between the third and fourth foul. No question about that.
Yes, she did.
Here's Faccetti, three-pointer from the wing, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound Hupp, she goes back up for two, no good. Rebound Jenkins, and Jenkins is going to be fouled here by number 25, Haley Romai, who had more of Jenkins' arm than she did the basketball. And this is Lady Mustangs basketball with 4:03 to play. 41-23 your score in favor of Blackhawk.
Blackhawk still employing this full-court press, given the Mustangs fit so far here tonight.
Pass goes to the middle to Jenkins, then back to Harris. Jenkins now going to receive a floating pass from Harris, and she fires a pass down to Sumter for three off the far wing. No good. Rebound is pulled down by Faccetti, and then Faccetti is tied up between Harris and Swartfager, and it looked like, Tony, that Faccetti had taken the basketball to the court, but apparently they're going to say that Harris had knocked it out of her hands before so.
Yeah, I thought actually Faccetti might have fallen down and was on the baseline, but they called it off of Maya Harris. So here come the Cougars on the other side.
Pass comes into Kinger. Kinger races down the floor, moves it our way to Hupp. Hupp is going to loft the pass up top to Piper Romai. Romai goes back to Kinger, and Kinger is going to collide with Taylor Irwin on the near wing, and this one is going to be called against Irwin. That is a fourth foul against this Lady Mustangs team in the fourth quarter. 3:36 to play, 41-23 your score in favor of Blackhawk. The pass comes into Kinger. Kinger's going to work from the center of the court and hands it off to Faccetti. Here's another handoff now to Piper Romai, and the ball ultimately goes right back to Kinger. Kinger looking inside now to Ava Davis on the far elbow. Davis, little turnaround move, has no space against Sumter. Instead, she's going to pass it back up top to Hupp. Hupp's going to bring it all the way back out, and we're going to start the handoffs again. First to Kinger with 3:12 to play here in the basketball game. Kinger is going to dribble away from any defender. Now Harris comes up to offer some pressure. Kinger drives into the paint, decides to go all the way, goes up, no good. Sumter pulls down the rebound. Kinger had an easy look there, but could not get one to stick. Instead, we're going to come the other way to Harris for three, and Harris has one rattle home off a pass from Ariana Sumter, and it's 41-26, 2:47 to play. Harris going to stick right with Kinger this time. Kinger trying to find a target, and will find one. And Ava Davis on the far sideline. Davis going to make her move to the bucket now and tries to go up. And no, she misses off the base of the glass and then catches the basketball while she's standing out of bounds. So a little break here for the Lady Mustangs.
You got to give the Lady Mustangs credit. They have not quit, without a doubt. Still playing great defense and still trying to get back into this game. But time their enemy right now, only 2:30 to go here in this fourth quarter, and they trail by 15.
Harris off of our wing where Kinger is matching her step for step, moves it up top to Irwin, then right back to Harris, who launches the three, and this one is off the front of the rim, no good. I thought she would have a bounce there, and a tie-up is going to ensue between Taylor Irwin and Ava Davis. I thought Harris had managed to get that three to just bounce off the front of the rim and go right in. Unfortunately, no such luck, but this one going to stay with the Lady Mustangs off the tie-up. They get Harris the basketball again. Harris wants to drive up off the glass, and easy two, and it's 41-28 with 2:07 to play. The Lady Mustangs nearly steal this pass to Fassetti. Fassetti to the middle to Hupp. Hupp goes up off the glass for two, and 2 points come right back to the Blackhawk Lady Cougars. We're going to have a full timeout here taken by the Lady Cougars with 2:01 to play in a 43-28 basketball game here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
For attorney Melinda Delarose, helping people with compassionate counseling, candid legal advice, strong advocacy, and professional commitment is what she does best. With an office at 99 East Main Street in downtown Uniontown, Attorney Delarose specializes in family law, municipal law, and general civil litigation, as well as personal injury, estate planning, probate, and more. For more information, call Attorney Melinda Delarose at 724-437-3200. That's 724-437-3200, or online at delaroselaw.com.
Your score is 43-28 with 2:01 to play here at Peters Township High School on 590 AM WMBS. Joshua Scully alongside Tony Anula, and this is going to be Harris for the Lady Mustangs, moving it to Swartfager on the wing. Now they're going to go to Jenkins, high post, big shot from Jenkins, and she knocks it down. It's 43-30. Hold on, 1:43 to play. The Lady Mustangs refuse to fade off into the night here. They continue to hang around. Pass to Hupp at center court. Hupp. Big bouncer over to Fassetti, now up top to number 30, Piper Romai. Romai going to bring this one out, hand it off to Kinger, and we've got 1:28 to play. The Lady Mustangs moving with them every step of the way, but Kinger going to get a good drive here. Harris did not want to foul. Kinger lays it in for two. It's 45-30. Pass to Swartfager, now back to Harris, middle of the court, across the timeline, 1:15 to play. Swartfager's going to get it on the far wing, goes to Sumter inside. Sumter trying to make a move and is fouled, and a nice spot there by Sumter, who was going to back number 30, Piper Romai, right into the basket if Romai had not pushed there, and that's going to send Sumter to the foul line with 1:12 to play.
Yeah, Sumter so far with 7 points tonight.
And the first one from Sumter is good. And, Tony, it's hard to really put into words how much the Lady Mustangs missed Sumter in that second quarter when they had to be very careful. I know they sent her back out at the end. She gets both. And this is going to be a timeout taken by the Lady Mustangs, but Sumter is so valuable to what this team is able to do. We're going to have a 30-second timeout here at Peters Township High School. You're listening to the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
We have 1:12 to play here at Peters Township High School. It is Lady Cougars basketball, and the Lady Mustangs, who trail 45-32, refuse to give up. This pass bounced in to Fassetti, then they go right back to Piper Romai. Romai, big one ahead to Kinger, and Kinger is fouled by Harris as she crosses the timeline. And the foul reported to the score table. That is going to be the fifth foul against the Lady Mustangs, and that will send to the foul line number 5, Andrea Kinger, the 5'6" junior guard, who has done most of the point guard work here tonight for the Lady Cougars. First shot is good. That's going to make it 46-32.
Yeah, Kinger also a 74% free throw shooter, so between her, Fassetti, and Hupp, we've seen some pretty good free throw shooting here tonight.
They do have quite a few capable from the foul line here on this Lady Cougars team, and Kinger is also going to get the second shot to go. 47-32 your score. Now this is the Lady Mustangs. Swartfeger in the paint, looking for some help, moves it out to Jenkins. Jenkins, baseline drive, turns into a move to the near elbow, but she travels to get there, and it's going to be a turnover. It's a Lady Cougars basketball with 53 seconds to play. The Lady Mustangs will again set up the press. They trail by 15. Ball bounced into Fassetti, and Fassetti is immediately fouled by Harris, and that will send Alina Fassetti to the foul line, where she has been very good tonight. The Mercyhurst recruits, the senior 5'10 guard. Fassetti has been impressive, and we thought maybe, Tony, early when she picked up a couple of fouls that could be a difference maker, but unfortunately for the Lady Mustangs, Fassetti has played some careful basketball of her own over the course of the second half.
Every bit of, Josh. She knocked down another free throw. She's now 9 for 12 from the line here tonight. She's got 18 points.
Mia Sheasley will check back in, number 22. Here's the second shot from Fassetti. That one's good. 49-32, 51 seconds to play. Ball comes into Harris. Harris across the timeline, and this is going to be Ava Davis with Harris. Harris goes high post to Jenkins. Jenkins, nice move, makes a little bit of contact, but will travel on her way to the basket. And unfortunately, that'll be another turnover, and we'll put the ball back in the hands of the Lady Cougars. Kinger, who had stepped out for 1 second, will now step back in. 41.3 seconds to play here at Peters Township High School in this girls 4A semifinal WPIAL basketball game. The winner will go on to the championship, where they'll face either North Catholic or Elizabeth Ford. Pass across to Fassetti, who moves across the timeline. Fassetti corralled by a couple of Mustangs, and it's going to be Taylor Irwin who fouls Fassetti. That will send Fassetti back to the foul line once again with 33.1 seconds to play.
Well, the Mustangs are not finished. Obviously, they've qualified for the state tournament, but they're also going to have a consolation game, and it's probably going to be Thursday night against the loser of either North Catholic or Elizabeth Forward. So they will have one more game here this week, and then they'll wait for the seedings coming out for the state tournament.
First shot from Fassetti is good. The second one is good as well, and that's going to make it 51-32 with 31 seconds to play. Harris across the timeline, looking for some space on the far sideline against Sheasley. She's going to launch a three, no good. Rebound goes to Fassetti. Fassetti moves the ball to Romai. Piper Romai goes ahead to number 22, Sheasley, and Sheasley going to get it to Hupp. Just 13 seconds left on the clock here. Tony, not the result we wanted, but the future is very bright for this Lady Mustang basketball team. They've got a lot of youth, and now they're going to have some experience going into a game later this week against either the loser of North Catholic or Elizabeth Ford. That is the final buzzer here at Peters Township High School. Your final score, 51-32. We are going to step aside for just a minute and come back for our postgame show here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
We give them 172 multi-point inspection by Ford certified techs. Then you give them a new home. Hi, I'm Chuck Smith, General Manager here at Megan Ford, and I'm talking about our Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. Go see our great selection of values on our website. Check out the free Carfax reports and stop in and take a test drive.
Hi, I'm Kevin Fike from Markleysburg. I've been selling Fords in the area for nearly 40 years, and all of our gold certified vehicles come with a 1-year, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. I've never seen a pre-owned sales program that gives you so much peace of mind.
Call us today at 724-628-2720 or visit MeganFord.com. Route 119, Connellsville, near Sheetz. Megan Ford, your friends in the car and truck business.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. They'll answer your questions and get you started on your next home project. Conveniently located at 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. For more information, call 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page. Zen's Construction Warehouse, their surplus is your savings.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes. Fatty liver is the buildup of excess fat in liver cells and affects about 100 million people in the U.S. Risk factors include being overweight, diabetes, high cholesterol, and hypertension. If you have fatty liver, our team at U.S. Digestive Health urges you to talk to your doctor about getting a blood or ultrasound-based test to check for liver scarring that can lead to cirrhosis. For more information, call us at 724-437-7677.
And now it's time for the postgame show being brought to you by Peach & Pharmacy. Peach & Pharmacy in the downtown Collinsville Peach & Market, same hours and free prescription delivery. It's a 51-32 final. Blackhawk over Laurel Highlands. We now have the postgame stats courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Tony?
Thanks, Josh. For the victorious Blackhawk Cougars, who will go to 22-2 overall, they were led tonight by Alina Fusetti, who had 21 points. She was 14 for 16 from the foul line here tonight. She was followed by Aubrey Hupp, who had 16. 6 points from Andrea Kinger, a made 3 from Haley Romine, a made 3 from Ava Davis, and 2 made free throws by Piper Romine. They scored 6 in the first, 16 in the second, 17 in the third, and 12 in the fourth for a total of 51. 3 made threes, one by Fusetti, one by Ava Davis, and one by Haley Romine. And as we mentioned, they were 24 for 27 from the foul line here tonight. On the other side for the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs, who dropped to 20-3 overall, they were led by Maya Harris, who had 14 points. She had 4 made threes. She was followed by Ariana Sumter, who had 9. 5 points from Ira Jenkins, a made 3 from Taylor Irwin to start the game, and a made foul shot from Taylor Schwartzweger. 6 in the first, only 4 in the second, 10 in the third, and 12 in the fourth for their total of 32. They were 7 for 10 from the foul line, and they had 5 made threes, 1 by Taylor Irwin, and 4 of those by Maya Harris.
Much credit tonight to Laurel Highlands head coach Stuart Davis, who kept his girls fighting the entire time. Those post-game stats, courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. You're listening to the post-game show, which was brought to you by Peach & Pharmacy. Peach & Pharmacy in the downtown Collinsville Peach & Market. Same hours and free prescription delivery. The Lady Mustangs will now await to face the loser of North Catholic and Elizabeth Ford. The winner of that matchup will move on to face Blackhawk for the WPIAL 4A Girls Championship. Thank you for joining us tonight on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night on WMBS and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. For Tony Hanula, this is Joshua Scully. Have a great night.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it